All right, low-key locked in like crazy. Get the voice memo going in case DJI cuts out on me. And we're back. Another episode, debriefing series, the making of. And this is really a series where it gives me a chance to kind of talk about my recent work with music relative to kind of the feelings I have right now, and just want to make sure that this is recording. Okay. So, I mean, I've got multiple videos of this already. This might be episode 7. I have a couple that I haven't dropped for various reasons. And I'm kind of like afraid to release some of them in a way, like afraid of judgment, afraid of stuff like that, because some of these episodes I just go so deep and I really just like open up, which I feel like is good, but it's like, how much do you want to open? Honestly, it's not even anything that crazy. But yeah, nonetheless, we're back with another episode, the making of Greenlight, debriefing series, where I really go over things like, why did I make and record over this beat? This is a mambo beat, and the beat's just fire. And the way that it's spaced, it's so easy to flow over for my style of rap, that when something's easier to flow over, it allows me to get more lyrical, where it's like, when I say more easy to flow over, like the syllable counts, it's just easier to come up with words that fit into certain sections. So my vocabulary is now expanded and I could talk about more niche things. So that's why I love beats like that, give the rapper a lot of room to do something with, And I hope that this aesthetic looks clean and everything, but we can't really worry too much. We just got to get into it. How long did the recording process take? Now, I made this song in September 2024. It's almost 2 years ago, so I don't really remember. It's not one that vividly stuck to me, because when I finished the song, I didn't think it was done. And then I played it months later and I was like, whoo! I was spinning. So that it was kind of like one of those things like, all right, go add the finishing touches. It's done. Recently was talking about this with a friend who went to an art fest, and he asked a painter, how do you know when a painting's done? And the painter replied something along the lines of, well, I just let it sit a few days and then I know. And that's kind of what I needed to do with this song. Just let it sit, come back to it. And now we have the music video, almost 2 years after I made the song for it. And the music video is on a golf course, because it's supposed to emphasize the whole greenery of the title. Green light, and the beat just keeps repeating, green light, green light, green light, green light. And so my friend group growing up, we'd always say green because of 2K, and it became this thing where it was like green, lean, bean, and we would just like spaz out word spew in a way where like my nickname literally became Lean just because of how spew it was. And it's just so stupid to like actually say looking back. But when I heard the beat, I was like, green light, you know what I mean? So like, I just wanted to start rap flexing in a way, but I don't really do that too often where I make a hype song. So it's like, it's kind of fun, but it's out of my comfort zone for sure. So in terms of like the biggest messages or themes, the stuff I have written down here is like, have fun, know yourself, confidence. Those were the first 3 things that came to me. Know yourself, have fun, have confidence, but also a healthy lifestyle. Like, I talk about working hard in the song, with stuff that I say like eating clean, might have thought I'm European, but like also staying humble, like stay low key, I don't know what I be on, y'all got sight but you ain't seeing beyond. Like, that's not that humble, but it's like, it's not rap flex, so there's like the aspect of being humble in it. And in terms of other messages, when I'm saying like, so I come in and the hook is basically like, I'm a freak, switch it up, never deep fault, deep sauce, taking off like Dion, stay low key, y'all don't know what I be on, y'all got sight but you ain't going beyond, but you ain't seeing beyond. I'm a freak, switch it up. So when I'm saying I'm a freak, switch it up, never default, what I'm really saying is like how thankful I am to be a freak, like delusionally a big thinker, where it's like, I don't think I'm delusional, I think it's all rational. some of my dreams I have, but like when I tell it to other people, sometimes they're like, this kid might be a freak, or not a freak, but you know what I mean. Well, yeah, I mean, that's how I was feeling when I wrote the song. Like, I'm a freak, switch it up, never default, deep sauce, taking off like Dion, stay low key, y'all don't know what I be on. Like, I'm not telling you guys anymore, because if you're either with the dream or you're not, and if you're not with the dream, there's no point in me spewing it to you, because we just need to surround ourselves around people who are uplifted. So it's like, switch it up, never default. Sorry if I'm not on your vision, your path in life, you know. And it's all love still. It's always love. But that's what I mean when I say I'm a freak. And so the second verse, I come in and was like, I'm a freak. If I said I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm an artist. I draw my brush and I use it. When I fall off path, like a ramp of influence. But that's some of my favorite lyrics right there. It's like, I'm an artist. I draw my brush and I use it. Because that's what I'm saying when I'm a freak. It's like, bro, I am painting the vision of my life going forward. And like, if you guys want to know more specifics, we could definitely dive into that. But it's really just like, right now how I feel is it's focusing on creating good music. That's like a whole mental shift that I have had recently, where it was like, I really wanted to be well-rounded in like music and marketing, like the business side of it. But I realized, like, dude, I'm starting to drop songs, like bring these racks, like I don't even listen to that song. Why am I dropping a song I don't want to listen to, you know? So it's like, just focusing on creating music where I'm like impressed that I made that is really the main goal right now, you know? So, but going back to like the whole big dream thing, it's like, so focusing on art is like the horizon I'm on, you know? But art is mainly centered around the music and producing, but I want to expand into learning instruments or writing books or learning how to paint, learning how to sculpt, learning how to, I mean, even just like, this is a fake plant, but even just like doing stuff like taking care of plants, like just allow myself to start seeing art in everything, heighten my senses, because I think ultimately it'll wrap back into the music. And when I say learn instruments, like, I don't want to take too much time doing that. I want to be more consistent with making the music that I'm really good at. But, you know, maybe take one day a month to just like sit inside for 8 hours and just researching, like learning how to play the guitar. That's like on the bucket list, basically. Like, have a date with myself, you know, like give yourself that time in life. And I think that's just so important. But let's dive into what everybody knows JRD for, man. Favorite lyrics, man. Really, with Greenlight though, I just like the flow more than anything. The lyrics are fire. I was going punchline, punchline, punchline. And let's get into that. Roll the woody, catch a roll the woody past the light, catch a buzz, go infinity and beyond, beyond. Roll the woody past the light, catch a buzz, go infinity and beyond. Psych, high off life, what I be on. Don't need the trees for a breeze. Is that something we agree on? So I mean, obviously you have the Toy Story, like double entendre, where I'm like saying roll the woody, as in Woody from Toy Story, but like a wood is also like something you could smoke. Past the light, like Buzz Lightyear. So past the light, catch a buzz, go infinity and beyond. I'm not even explaining that much, but I feel like I don't need to. It's pretty standard. And then, but I'm like saying like psych, because this was a period where I really started quitting weed in my life, and so I'm like psych, high off life, what I be on. Don't need the trees, meaning like the like marijuana. Don't need the weed for a breeze, meaning like to have fun. Is that something we agree on? And so this goes back to just like know yourself. Know, like, I'm somebody who like has trouble not going overboard. So like for me, I'm either like normally just like I'm not doing it, or I have trouble not going overboard, where I know other people who it's like they could drink like, you know, once a week, or just have a drink and chill. But for me, I'm like getting better at that now that I'm maturing and getting older and stuff. But like all throughout high school and stuff, like I was like, yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know, you got to give yourself a little grace because you're like a teenager and a college student. But at the same time, like, there was periods in college where it was like I wasn't drinking, like at months at a time, because if I were to drink, it's not like I had like a crazy problem where I was doing it on weeknights, but it was more just like I would choose drinking over like making music, when making music had so much more value to it, and I knew that. And that's what was killing me. So I never felt like I was like an alcoholic, but it was just like those little moments where that bad influence I just wasn't able to overcome, you know. And the same thing can be applied to weed. If you use it like abusively, you know. I have this one lyric in Cali Freestyle. The za only bad when that shit starts smoking you from the overuse. Like, so I'm saying the weed's bad once it starts smoking you from the overuse, you know. And that's kind of what this song is talking about with like the whole healthy lifestyle shit. So that was a deep dive into that. But just like talking about quitting weed and not needing it to have fun. Eventually I gotta stop doing these with my phones. Maybe come here with a piece of paper. Oh, I love this one. Locked in, bed made of nails, ain't no one to sleep on. Top 10 when I'm done, I'll be saying that for eons. Getting hot, and I barely got the heat on. But the first line is locked in, bed made of nails, ain't the one to sleep on. I love that. Probably my favorite lyric in the whole thing isn't even like a double entendre or really like a punchline. It's more just like, I'm an art. I just like the flow and the way I say it in the song. I'm an artist, I draw my brush and I use it. When I fall off path, look around for influence. I don't fuck with other birds, X amount like Elon. There I'm just talking about my girl in that flow. Like I have a lyric before that I mentioned my girl, and then the next word is just like, I don't fuck with other birds, X amount like Elon. And at that time it was like, people were still getting used to calling Twitter X, and I was just like, you know, tweet, see ya, X amount. Birds, women, chicks, yeah. These rappers, when they rap, it's a phase at max. Don't confuse it for a movement. That's what I mean, bro. Growing up, hearing people like act like this stuff comes overnight. Dude, I'm in it. It takes 10 years to be an overnight success. And this is what I'm doing to get to know people better, to get to know, so you guys can get to know me better. And I want to do this for more than the next 10 years, you know? I want to do this for really, I don't know, as long as I feel inclined to, I guess. It's just a rap flex lyric, but don't need a producer for you to get beat on. I don't know. That's just geeks. When I fall off path, look around for influence. In the fall with a mask, paranoid, don't use it. Or paranoid, don't lose it. Like, when I fall off path, look around for influence. That's pretty, like, you know, standard. But in the fall with a mask, paranoid, don't lose it. That's me saying, like, I'll be afraid to be myself, so Is this thing rolling? Don't really know where it cut off. But I was basically just talking about, like, not being afraid to be yourself. In the fall with a mask, paranoid, don't lose it. But you should lose it. Lose the mask. Take the mask off. Be yourself. Obviously, you might have to tailor your personality to whatever rooms you're in. But ultimately, like, you should be keeping the same type of persona that you want your standards to live up to, you know? Like, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Really. It's such a simple thing to say, but so hard to actually do. Because of shit like this. So 5 hours on a phone, 20% of my day, over that. Like, that can't be real. I literally look at that statistic sometimes, I'm like, please, that's not me, right? So, green light. Green light, we're good though. Keep it pushing forward. Favorite visuals, here we are. Everybody's got to lock in on this one. First person to comment their favorite visual, I'm going to DM you on YouTube, send you a shirt, JRD merch, of course. You have to comment what your favorite visual was, and then once I DM you, we got to just make sure you're on my fan list newsletter. Got to get everybody roped into that. If you're not, join it in the description down below. First person to comment gets a t-shirt. Honestly, not really any crazy behind the scenes. But there was some synchronicity with it where it's like, the fit I'm wearing was like my grandpa's fit, who passed away last year. You know, it's old school golfing cap with a old school Tiger Woods edition Nike polo. And my grandpa's kind of the one who taught me how to golf, because he started teaching me how to chip a couple years ago. And it's crazy that it kind of just all comes back, you know, where it's like he's not with us, but he lives on, and his spirit is. And I just want to continue making stuff that'll live on and benefit people that they could take with them. Reproduce things that are meaningful to the world. Think deeply about it, but don't get concerned. Okay. So, God bless. I'm very happy to be here. I don't think there was anything else. New Year's resolution, 52 music videos this year. It was supposed to be one a week. I think I've missed like 3 or 4 weeks, which is crazy. Can't be doing that. And I missed it because I wasn't disciplined. There's really no other reason than that. And I'm so scared to fall off track again now that I'm back doing this 2 weeks in a row, or this is going to be my 3rd week in a row now. And it's so easy to fall off the wagon. But how are you going to get back on? Because somebody else is doing it, and I want to start posting every day. And it's like, it's hard. But the harder it is, the better, because that just means less people are doing it. You know what I mean? So let's start locking it in. Let's start taking in, like today I don't have work, which is good because it allows me to go out and do stuff like this. So it's like, just continue to learn, continue to push forward. And I pray for everybody out there who maybe is stuck in a loop of doing something they don't want to do. And I hope that you guys find strength through God to, help lift you up and pick you up where you fall short and allow you to start doing the things in your life that you want to be doing. And I don't know what that looks like for people, because everybody's life is different, but I do want everybody to live their best life. So it's like, if I could just pass on a little bit of something that helps people to maybe change their mindset in certain things, or I don't know. I really don't know yet. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I feel like it's just like, it's so easy to judge my circumstance, so I don't even like talking about it that much. But I'm trying to move past it, move past it, not judge myself, and keep pushing. God bless. Little coffee for today. Gonna go home, make some music, and then studio session from 4 to 8, so I can't complain, boy. I can't complain. Love y'all. Peace out. Good debriefing series episode. Peace.